Hare Krishna. Welcome to Tax YouTube channel. This is C. Rohana Pingale, practicing chartered accountant based in Mumbai, also partner in Motilal and Associates LLP, member firm of Marks Network. Welcome to the video series on concurrent audit of bank branches. And today is the last session, session number 19. So let's dive into it. Let me allow to share my screen. Yes. So, friends, welcome to the final session of our concurrent audit of bank branches video series. Throughout the series, we have discussed the objectives of concurrent audit, audit planning, verification procedures, advances, deposits, treasury transactions, revenue leakages, fraud detection, RBI compliance, and finally concurrent audit reporting in last session. So today we discuss something equally important, and what is that? Mistakes committed by concurrent auditor themselves. So many audit failures do not happen because auditors lack knowledge. Very important. What I am saying is many audit failures do not happen because auditors lack knowledge. They occur because important warning signals are ignored, documentation is weak, reporting is vague, issues are not escalated on time to the right authority, or auditors fail to maintain the professional relationships appropriately. Very, very important. And with this, at the end of the session, we'll also share one of the experience recently that will be practical for all of you. So stay tuned to the up to the end of the session. So, in many fraud investigations, regulatory inspections, and vigilance reviews, questions are often asked: why did the concurrent auditor not identify the issue? Please note down all this. Very important. If you are in the new in the concurrent audit, or you are already doing it, already experienced, but need to understand this. So why did the concurrent auditor not identify the issue? Why was the irregularity not reported by the concurrent auditor? Why was the report silent? Why was the matter not escalated? Very important. These questions are raised by whenever anything fraud like or anything happens. So therefore, understanding common mistake is essential not only for improving audit quality, but also for what protecting professional reputation of our and reducing the professional liability too. So today's session focus on 5 critical mistakes. So overlooking critical RBI norms, poor documentation, weak reporting language, delayed escalation, relationship management mistakes. So these are the very means in case of poor documentation, or we can say that anything keep record through mail. Whatever information you want or you request, don't WhatsApp. That is the simple form of communication, but everything should be on record through email. Use that communication. I'm saying you, I'm experienced this kind of. So you need to communicate whatever you want to say, keep on record through email. Very good form of communication and record. And also the fifth part is relationship management mistakes. These are also very important point to discuss. So these lessons are derived from practical banking experiences and regulatory observations. RBI and ICAI continuously emphasize that auditors must remain updated and exercise their professional skepticism because banking operations are evolving rapidly with the technology, digital payments, and changing regulatory expectations. And the system in which the banking are operated, we are not much keen to that particular system, because whatever we are doing for other client base or other services, that are completely different, and the banking system of recording is completely different. So that is the thing. We know, we have a knowledge, we know what to do, but due to not a proper understanding of the system in which they are work and lack of cooperation from the bank officials also, we are not able to make any value additions. So keep in mind that also we can have a will to value add, but we cannot execute unless and until they also cooperate. But our limitations or whatever we are experiencing, that also need to be communicated whenever required to the branch head, to the higher authority, that is zonal or whatever. You need to communicate, you need to keep on this everything through email or on record, whatever you want to improve or whatever you are facing any issues. Moving further, let's start with why concurrent auditors fail despite experiences. Very important. So one of the biggest misconception is that experienced auditors do not make mistake. As I said, this banking sector, this sector is very differently operate, and therefore you are a 20, 25, 30 years of experience, and you whenever you dive into this particular sector, it will not, I'm not saying that will not count, yes, that experience, that knowledge, but due to the operating of the system, we are not able to put those experience and knowledge into that unless and until the help from the cooperation from the branch or bank side. So that is very important to understand. So in reality, many serious audit failures occur because auditors become too comfortable with the branch operations. After visiting a branch repeatedly, transactions appear routine, staff become familiar, expectation seems normal, deviations appear insignificant. So this creates what familiarity risk. That is the first one. So gradually, auditors stop questioning unusual transactions. That is, please note down, we don't need to stop our questioning unusual transactions, even though we are audited 2 years, 3 years, or next 5, 6 years, any particular branch also. So we need to question unusual transactions whenever we come across. So professional skepticism, what declines, instead of independently verifying the evidence, auditors start relying on verbal explanations from the branch officials. Very dangerous. And this is definitely, this is how happen. Many times we ask any questions, or we what, why this happening, what is the reason of happening, and then the concerned person or a branch official ask us, yes, means whether we can ask whether the you have notified to the particular department this issue or not. Then many times the response comes like from the branch official who also worked there for 15 to 20 plus years. What? Yes, we have communicated. When we ask, show us the communication, that is the email or something else, but they at that time they can what say, yes, we have communicated on telephonic conversation, we have communicated, and they answer us that yes, don't worry, this is the happening and this is the case. Means they just try to do this. And when we put, but that time we need to push them, show us the written communication for that particular query or that, and then record it and see, just not, yes, they have communicated email, or go through, see that email, what they have mentioned in that, because many times there are loopholes. So you need to be very, very much careful. So therefore, today's topic is very important. Whatever we understood theoretically or whatever we are trying to execute, yes, as a experience, as a knowledge, we are far, far much good. But while executing this in that particular sector, that is banking sector, in their particular system, we failed because of lack of our own ignorance, or whatever we can say, because there is a non-cooperation is there. So you need to be very very much tough on that particular aspect. Then only you can be actually satisfied with your servicing or your work, whatever you are doing in that particular concurrent audit part. So another major problem is lack of continuous learning. We we need to see what updations are going on. We need to read articles. We need to see the particular magazines on a banking part. Whenever you go through, you will come to know something idea, something new you will come to know, and whether we can correlate whether this is can be a we can do a suggestion, or whether that is working in our branch or not. Then there are things we need to read. There is no option to update ourselves in any sector, but here is almost utmost important. So banking regulation change frequently through RBI circulars, master directions, prudential norms, fraud monitoring frameworks, KYC guidelines, PSL norms, and digital banking regulations. So RBI regularly updates instructions affecting branch operations and audit focus areas. Means here what we need to, but internal circulars are also not much time provided to us at a branch level as a concurrent auditor. Means after 1 or 2 months, any issue comes up, then they question us directly. Why you are not asked us that time? Why don't you have that access? Means they have right to ask questions, and yes, the branch head, branch officials, the zonal aides, they will ask the questions concurrent auditor whenever anything labs they see. But when we ask questions, we raised any queries, we put any suggestions, they first actually, means it is a complete subjective part. Any person who is there who want value addition, they will discuss us with us. But anyone, let's 90%, they are not eager to get any proper value addition, or they whatever they are doing, it is correct. Do like that, do like 20 years, 25 years, 30 years of service, they do like that. You are going to experience like that, and you are also, I know many of you are experiencing this. So comment below this video if you are experiencing such kind of so I means we all also come to know, yes, these are the things, these are need to be put on if you want to really add value to the concurrent audit service. So a concurrent auditor who is not updated may unknowingly overlook what critical violations. So what is need to be remembered, an auditor is expected to know applicable regulations. I was not aware is never considered a valid defense. Please note down that what I was not aware. But these whatever things, they opposite party take advantages of it whenever they want. Understand my whatever I want to say to you, whatever I want to convey. So we need to be very peculiar in whatever doing our means the way of organized way of our work. We need to adapt that particular in our assistant also and in ourselves also, the organized way of work. Everything put on paper, everything put on record, everything put on email. Don't just, and also create a log of your work, your service, your visit, your assistance visit, everything count at the time of anything mischief. So very important to record, log your, be a meticulous in this. Don't give any options or any things to them. So because if you are meticulous in all such type, you will be keep strong your stand to any situations. You can't, they cannot keep you put down in any such type of situations, because you have everything on record, everything on a paper. Whenever your assistants ask query or discuss with the branch officials, ask your staff or assistants to record it, log it in your working papers, that this day, this time, this evening, I have discussed this issue. I have conveyed this information to the branch official, name of that branch official, whatever happening, whatever you are doing, log on, write it down, keep record of it. Because many times whenever we discuss the monthly report or whatever issues the branch head, if anything loopholes there, they will, whether you have informed or time or not, they will depend on that particular account because they don't want to report much in that particular even though the circumstances want to. And that time as a concurrent auditor, you need to keep your independence, whether you need to, let's see, many times branch will also tell whether you want to renewal next year or not. They do some like stuff like this, but keep, if you want, decide now. If you want to add value to the sector, value to the service, so if you want satisfaction, then do it in that way. Otherwise, it's not anything will be served for them or not for you. Decide whether you are doing for what purpose that particular service. So this need to be very much need to be seen. Don't see it as a just a monthly getting remuneration to what your bread and butter to for a particular sector. Please don't be look at like that. Look at as that you are an auditor. What value you can add? Yes, if it is stood it for that particular purpose. Don't compromise your integrity, your independence at all. Whether it will be with you that audit for a year or not, don't compromise. Why you? You are a chartered accountant. You are a more much, of course, you are qualified a chartered accountant. And why then chartered accountant sit like this or feel like that? Because the other side is forcing or pressing you for whatever things they think they are correct. Don't compromise in interpretation. Record it. If discuss it means whatever I want to say is that discuss, interpret, put your interpretation, listen their interpretations. If there are differences, take it to the higher authority, note it down. If still it is a difference, then note down why you are doing it and on what basis you are doing it. But record it. Don't compromise. Please, please. Next, let's understand first mistake, overlooking critical RBI norms. So the first and perhaps the most serious mistake as overlooking RBI norms. So bank operate in one of the most regulated environments in India. So every year RBI issues what? Master direction, master circulars, regulatory instructions, compliance frameworks, fraud reporting guidelines, KYC updates, priority sector guidelines, digital payment regulations. So concurrent auditors are expected to verify the implementation of these requirements. Unfortunately, many auditors, yes, I can also say that continue using old checklist, outdated audit program. So as a result, what happened? The regulatory violations remain undetected. Branches continue non-compliance, risks accumulate over time. So examples we can say incorrect asset classification, wrong NPA identification, deficient KYC compliance, incorrect priority sector classification, delayed fraud reporting, violation of FEMA regulations, deficiencies in government business transactions, very, very important area. So such lapses are exposed banks to what? Supervisory observations, penalties, and reputational damage for bank and for as an auditor for our firm also. Let's see few of the examples of the RBI norms. So KYC deficiencies. Auditor verifies account opening documents but fails to check periodic KYC updation. So result what? High risk accounts continue without proper monitoring. And of course, the branch officials give you the answers or reply in haphazard manner. Nothing supportive. They are means many times such accounts of the corporates open without resolutions on a record. Means that is the primary, we can say, a document. Only after that the account should be open in the CBS. But yes, things are happening, accounts are open, we raise a query as the resolution is not on record, and then branch officials said yes, we are following up. What is this? This is the real KYC lapses. But this is happening at a practical level. No one to improve in that. They just want a business. Of course, Banks are there for a business, but they are also support to the businesses. But in how way, what is the way, how what much extent you are going to, so very important, means this should not be happened, but that is happening, and we also have a very yes limitations, but we need to fight for that particular things also. We need to suggest the improvement, and we need to keep reporting such type of things, because many times the defense is that no one can check that, no one can, it will be sorted out. But what is your guidelines or KYC guidelines saying that these are the documents, unless and until you can't open the account, how can you open the account without resolutions of the company? Means this is a really a lapse. NPA recognition. Auditor relies solely on the system classification. Manual irregularities remain undetected. So wrong income recognition continues. Then fraud monitoring. RBI's framework emphasizes early warning signals and prompt detection of suspicious accounts. Delays in identifying the red flagged accounts can allow frauds to continue and increase the losses. Priority sector lending, improper classification of loans under PSL may lead to what incorrect reporting and achievement the calculation. So RBI frequently updates the PSL eligibility criteria. Then the government transactions, agencies, bank must promptly implement the government instructions and pension related directives without waiting for the further clarification. So failure can affect what customer service and compliance. So concurrent auditor must continuously monitor such areas. Very important. Let's see how to avoid missing RBI norms. So just a practical solution, as I'm suggesting, that maintain a regulatory compliance register. Every month, review RBI website updates, review the bank circulars, review the internal compliance reports, update the audit checklist. Means your assistant should work on these factors also. It's not that how much days, how much time he or she there present in a branch. If you want to give your value addition services, you need to put your efforts. So ask your assistant, give a certain time of a day or in a week time to see the website, RBI website, going to the bank circulars, and then they will give it to report to you. So ask yourself, has the branch merely received the circular or actually implementing it or not? So concurrent audit is not a document verification exercise. Please note down this. It is an implementation verification exercise. Whether they are executing correctly or not as per the guidelines of RBI and internal guidelines. So always verify the system changes, operational compliance, staff awareness, customer impact. So this approach significantly reduces regulatory oversight risks. I know there are more and more difficulties in whatever I'm saying, that yes, I'm also facing this, but I'm trying to communicate with you, trying to share with you. So I'm also a concurrent auditor. I need to also improve myself. So we can united, we can discuss such type of issues with each other, and we can grow. So please, after watching this video, those who are interested, keep in touch, comment below your contact numbers or comment your experiences below the video without any naming your client. As I said, please take care of it. But let's connect it. Share your, I'm available on WhatsApp, email, share your experiences there, share your contacts, be in touch. We will discuss, so it will help all of us. So next, moving further, mistake two, poor documentation. So the second major mistake is poor documentation at branch level and our working paper documentation also. So the many auditors identify irregularities but fail to document them properly, as I said. So start from now. Document each and everything. Log, create a log. when you communicate, when you report it, when need to follow up that particular thing. So if it is not documented, it is presumed not to have been done. And this is keep this what? If it is not documented, it is presumed not to have been done. And the opposite party take the advantage of this. They are very, very good in it. Whenever any debate, whenever any interpretation issue, whenever such things happen, they will be immediately raise queries, raise question to us. So audit working papers are the auditor's strongest protection. So during RBI inspection, internal investigation, vigilance inquiry, peer review, quality review, legal proceedings, the first thing examined is audit documentation. So I think at the end of the session sharing experience, I think I'm sharing by at the time of conducting this session now, as I think I saw, means I don't need to share separately at the end of the session. So auditors often maintain minimal notes that not to be. You need to maximum noting whatever you are doing. No supporting evidence, no screenshots, very important, no transactions references, no management responses. So years later, when questions arise, there is no evidence demonstrating the work performed. So this becomes a serious professional risk. So be please create a good, I'm saying that good bubble of protection by your own working papers. So our working paper should talk and not our mouth. Whenever anything, any objection raised on us, what should talk? Our working paper should talk. Next, let's understand characteristics of good audit documentation. So good documentation should answer 5 questions. What was checked? Please note down all this. Loan account, cash transaction, KYC file, what you have checked. Then why was it checked? Reason for the checking particular area. For risk assessment, exception noted, regulatory requirement. So these need to be asked under why was it checked. Then how was it checked? The methodology adopted, sample selection, system verification, document review. And then what was found? Your observations, your evidence, and then what conclusions was reached or drawn. That is compliant based, exception based, escalation required. So good working paper should enable another auditor to understand exactly what work was performed without further explanation. That is the statutory auditors. So this as the true best of audit documentation. So this we need to adapt in our way of organized work. Let's moving further. Third mistake, weak reporting language. So the third mistake is a weak reporting language. Many reports contain statements such as matter may be looked into, necessary action may be taken, some discrepancies were observed. So such language conveys almost what? Nothing. A concurrent audit report should be precise and particular. It should answer what happened, why is it wrong, what regulation is violated, what is the financial impact. We also need to provide the impact. So what corrective action is required. So weak language reduces the seriousness of the observation. So but now in the banking sector, all the most of the public sector banks or many banks come out with their own reporting format. Everything in a tabulate format. Yes, no, not applicable like that. So if you have not any caption, then create it, add it in your report, that like freelancing report or like anything that the matter is not covered above, and whatever you want, put it into that particular section. Means what I want to convey is reporting need to be, or whatever you want need to be communicated. So we will be at a safer side. So weak language reduces what the seriousness of the observation. So management may ignore such reports. Eventually, the same issue may become a major fraud or less. Let's understand strong reporting versus weak reporting. So what is weak reporting? KYC documents, as I said, are incomplete in some accounts. Means this line using in report is also what shows a weak reporting. You need to quantify wherever possible, quantify it, mention it, account number, name of the account, amount, impact, quantify. So, such case, what will be the strong reporting? Out of 50 accounts verified, 8 accounts lacked what valid proof of address. This constitute non-compliance with KYC requirements and increases what money laundering rates. Immediate rectification is recommended. So you have identified, you have quantified, you are also suggested, you are also quantify the impact and you are also recommending a suggestion. So all these factors need to come in your reporting. Let's see another example. Loan documentation requires attention. It is a weak reporting. What will be the strong reporting? If five loan accounts aggregating, quantify the amount for say 2.8 crore, register mortgage documents were unavailable in branch record. Security con enforceability risks exist. Immediate enforceability risks exist. Immediate verification and legal confirmation required. So specific reporting drives what action? Vague reporting gets what? Ignored. And that is also very much risky as a concurrent auditor in future. Let's see mistake 4, delayed escalation. So the fourth major mistake is what? Delayed escalation. Not every issue should wait until month-end reporting. What? And that is also important. If you're not at notify the branch officials, branch head in a week's time or in a 4 or 5 days time, if issue required, then what at the month end, if you go to them, they will immediately come with what? Why you don't tell us at that time? Why don't you inform us at that time? They immediately raise a questions. They immediately finger out us. So don't do like this. Be organized, I'm saying. Be meticulous. Don't give a chance to put fingers on you by them. Just go whatever, yes, plan it that way that 4 days or 5 days, you whatever your observation by your assistant or you or by your visit, give it to the branch officials and relevant branch official and then to the branch head also. Put on record, put on the email. I'm repeating and repeating this in this session because I know this is the last sessions and a very practical and very important to all of us. If you want to grow value adding this sector, if you want to value add this sector, or if you want to sustain properly, so you need to be, and please remember, if you are doing the best, you are giving the best, you are satisfied here from your heart, then nothing will happen. Yes, dharma wins. Please keep in this mind. Whatever may come, stood up on your things, your truth, whatever you are want to stood up. Don't compromise. So examples of suspected fraud, forged documents, large unauthorized transactions, cash shortages, cyber incidents, AML concerns, high value operational lapses. So these are all what need to be reported immediately or informed or intimate to them, not to wait till the end of the month. So the RBI fraud framework emphasizes early detection and prompt reporting because what delay increases losses and reduces the recovery opportunities. So unfortunately, some auditors wait for what monthly report, quarterly review, closing meetings, and then by the significant damage may already have occurred. So please start creating like system like that. You need to take up the issues within a 4 or 5 days of it every week. Next, let's see escalation framework for concurrent audits. So a good auditor what understands escalation hierarchy. Routine observations, monthly reporting, serious irregularities like immediate branch intimation, major control failures or regional office escalation, suspected fraud, head office vigilance, fraud monitoring sales. So critical matters like same day communication need to be. So you need to do this. So never assume what someone else will report. No, not at all. Take up responsibility, be accountable. Never postpone urgent reporting. Timely escalation often prevents what fraud from becoming a financial loss and also for us to secure our risk. Now let's see fifth mistake, relationship management mistakes. Very, very much important. So the final mistake relates to relationship management. Concurrent auditors work closely with branch staff and a branch head. So this creates what? Two extreme risk. Risk one, becoming too friendly. Understand this. Auditor starts accepting explanation without verification. Please, as a human, we don't have any personal glitches or personal issues on where who are there working. We are working for the bank, for the branch. So we how much we need to take it up, how take it up, that is a subjective, and we need to skill that. We need to qualitative service. Then we need to put our means we need to learn those factors, learn those skills, and the risk two is becoming adversarial. So auditor behaves like an investigator. That also not to do. We need to balance. Please understand what we need to balance. Of course, we are there, we are with working there, we understand their day-to-day activities, we understand their nature, we understand everyone, but how much and how much not, we need to able to differentiate. And also we don't to be a work like as an investigator. So communication breakdown, staff stop cooperating, that is happening. But major I whatever experience is like that. Whenever you come with any adverse pointing anything which they don't want to change it or they don't want to report, they start cooperating. Non-cooperation start immediately from their side. Everyone I know means they behave like a childish, even though the professional means the official working since their 20-25 years. What is the maturity level? And very speaking to very hard words maybe, but this is the experience. We are a professional, they are also professional, they are the professional bankers. We are not a children. Means anything interpretational issues, anything differences, reporting, not reporting, doing anything need to be discussed, and not the way you are doing started doing non-cooperation with the concurrent auditor, stopping whatever sir, you are doing. If you have authority, then doing obstacles in our day-to-day working also. I know every one of you experiencing such kind of behaviors, but we need to calmly discuss with them, calmly report it to the higher authority if required. And that is, I'm saying, where you need to be very strong. Don't take it like, yeah, what happened if I reported, even though branch head is not accepted whatever our observation, whatever our suggestions. Report it. Your work, your service is reporting. They want to accept it or not is their thing. You need to go ahead with whatever you want to. Of course, I'm not saying is that every time, but if it is a ethical, you need to think what is not to report, what is not to, whether it is a yes, it will be rectified by the branch, and we come to know after the experience, everyone whatever doing the means there are 8 or 9 staff members, each are subjective. One is eager to learn, one is not. So we need to know the human. So that way. But be calm. Don't take it harsh way if anyone is not listening, even though you are. It is not a question of right or wrong, correct, incorrect. You are discussing. Their point of view is like this, our point of view is like this. So discuss. And if you're not you, if you are different, you report it. You need to communicate in that way. Means this is the interpretation of the branch. We are differing because we are the our interpretation is on based on this. But in that way, you can report it. Of course, you can report, and you have a right to report. You are a auditor. If you escape that, risk is on you. And whenever any issue come after future years, they will raise their hand. We don't know. Concurrent auditor have not done like that, or whatever they will give a statement. So that time, what will you do? So at that time, your log of work, working papers, your documentations, your discussion with that particular official through email, through whatever screenshots need to be taken. And that time it will be helpful for you. So work on that particular. We have a knowledge, we have experience. Yes, of course, we lack of reading or update the circulars or so that we need to improve. But these are also few things were important. That is, we need to be very careful. So next, becoming adversarial like that, communication, staff stopping to open information flow reduces. Both approaches are harmful, as I said. So we need to be keep a balance. An effective auditor should be independent, professional, respectful, objective, evidence driven. So not friendly enough to compromise the independence. I'm repeating it, not friendly enough to compromise what your independence. Not aggressive enough to damage the cooperation. So that is also need to be looked into. Next, let's understand best practices for professional relationship management. What are they? Good relationship management means discuss issues early. Do not surprise management at a month end. Share observation promptly. Then focus on processes and not people. Means many times, whenever you have any differences while raising the issue with a higher authority, don't finger out or object a particular person. Object the process they are following. Please be remember what you have to object the process they are following. We don't have any personal issues of particular person, but we have issues with the process they are following, the understanding of the particular thing. So we need to improve our communication. Yes, take the help of AI. Prompt engineering, we are saying that your prompt should be like that so that AI will also give you a result in that. So improve your drafting, your communication, what exactly you want. So instead of saying the officer failed, as I said, say what the control processes was not followed. Focus on that particular part and not a person. So maintain written communication. Avoid verbal only discussions. Completely stop this. Don't put anything verbal communication. Everything should be on a paper or on email. Everything should be on record. Always support the observations with evidence, and professional respect combined with a professional skepticism is the ideal balance. So let's see key takeaways for concurrent auditors of this session. So if we summarize today's session into 5 principles, it's stay updated, that is regulations evolve continuously. Document everything. I'm repeating, evidence protects the auditor. Evidence what? Protect the auditors. Report clearly. Specific observations create actions. Escalate quickly. Timeless prevents losses. Maintain the independence means professional relationship should never impair your audit judgment. These five principles significantly enhance what audit effectiveness and reduce the professional risk. And what we can conclude today, so remember that the role of the concurrent auditor extends far beyond taking the checklist and preparing the reports. A good concurrent auditor served as what early warning system we need to protector of a depositor interest, a guardian of internal controls, a contributor to governance, a partner in risk management. So bank audits are critical because the banking sector remains fundamental to the economic stability of the country and public confidence. So ICI's guidance note emphasize what the importance of the maintaining audit quality, staying updated with the regulatory developments and supporting the reliability of the banking operations. So the success of a concurrent audit is not measured by the number of observations reported, but of course it is measured by the risk prevented, frauds detected early, controls strengthened, compliance improvement, and trust preserved. So that's it from today's session. I don't think so. I want to share separately anything issue. In a full complete today's session, I have wherever necessary, I have shared, I have provided you my experience and knowledge. So keep documenting, keep your stand firm on your stand, whatever you've taken, interpretation, discuss. Don't complain or object or finger pointed. Even they finger out with you. Definitely they will. Please comment below, share your experiences. I'm saying continuously below this video. Connect with me on a WhatsApp, email. We will grow together and will move ahead with a strong our community as a concurrent auditor. So be in touch with me, and that is the same. We need to form with our, we need to also see why we are doing this particular or why audit or why we are providing this service. You need to identify and answer this question to yourself. Why I am doing it. Don't ever compromise your independence, your integrity, your ethical standard. So that's it from today. Thank you so much for patient hearing. If you have any questions, observations, suggestions, then do let me know via WhatsApp, email. And as I said, comment below this video your experiences, your questions, your observations, and touch in with through the contacting me on a WhatsApp or an email. We can grow. We will create our one group whenever anyone wants me. We will create our group as a concurrent auditor, and we will share our difficulties, share our suggestions, improvements, or discussions. I think it will help us, all of us. So share your contact numbers with me also. Thank you so much. If you are not yet subscribed to Tax Guru YouTube channel, then do subscribe for latest updates and video series like this we are conducting on a Tax Guru YouTube channel. And from last 2 weeks, we have started Income Tax Act 2025 video series and also a GST dispute practical aspects video series. So start learning. Stay tuned. Thank you so much once again. Bye bye. Take care. See you soon. Hare Krishna.